Game 4 of the current series. If you've not seen the preceding games, you should probably watch those first. Links in the description, as well as in a button on the video. Game 4 now in the round of 4 at Assembly, between TSL.Polt and FXO.Lucky. Now TSL.Polt will be our blue Terran, spawning over in the 9 o'clock position here on Terminus, while Lucky is our red Zerg up in the 12 o'clock position. Now Polt is currently up 2-1 in this best of 5. So if he wins this, it's over. If Lucky wins it, we go to the ace match. Now all the games so far have been set up for big, long macro games, as Terran vs. Zerg can be inclined towards lately in the current state of the metagame. Now the last game ended excitingly though. They were both pretty much out of economy towards the end there. Lucky a little bit more thoroughly. But he had an intimidating force of late game tech Zerg units. But ultimately he did lose that final engage. There were enough Vikings to bring down the Broodlords, and the Marines managed to take down the Infestors.
Yeah, Lucky again doing a fairly quick drone scout. Doing the extractor trick drone, and that drone becomes the scout. But yeah, just a lot of Marine tank medvac openings, very standard, very macro play, and the last game just fell apart in a lot of strange ways. Polt doing a lot of good damage with drops in multiple locations.
Now Lucky did scout the correct way right away for that drone, and he's up the ramp and into the base now. Yeah, the last game, I mean, Polt just destroyed Lucky's base. I mean, he was down, trying to reestablish his spawning pool tech at the 33-minute mark.
Lucky dropping hatch. And Polt again dropping command center.
So neither player apparently feeling fatigued, both of them up for continued long games. Nobody trying to cheese after that last one.
Yeah. Pool going down, as well as barracks.
This drone managing to continue to be annoying in Polt's base. The SCV has broken off, no longer trying to kill it. Polt's now mining gas with just one worker. Oh, now he transferred 2 more over to it. Spawning pool and the hatchery expansion just finishing at the same time.
Yep, Zergling speed getting started. And Lucky again taking all but one of the drones out of gas. I should call him Tiki. Lucky.
They do rhyme at least.
Yeah. Jinxed it.
I would read that as Taki, it is an A. But it doesn't matter, he is lucky. Not sure he's killed that his way he's using it, but
finally getting killed.
The first barracks is building a reactor right away, likely to be switched to the factory, which is about halfway done.
Yep, been seeing that the last couple games.
SCV trying to get in towards Lucky's bases again. There's some Zerglings right behind it, and the Queen also ready to intercept. The SCV will not be getting in. And it looks like he's going to die soon.
Oh, Roach Warren going down.
Once again, it looks like we're not going to see any early bunker aggression.
Yep, factory does get swapped. Tech lab getting built onto the barracks.
Lucky also does not have a spine crawler out by his natural as early as has been normal.
Yep,
Sees the Hellions are out now.
Production.
They went and killed that first Ling.
8 roaches in production, stim getting started.
Two more Hellions just about to finish. Second Queen joining out at the edge of the creep. Eight roaches now moving out here. Hellions see them. Turning around the moment they see them. Roaches and lings now advancing across the field. Hellions staying just a bit ahead of them. One ling running out of it ahead, trying to get a scout. Finds out there's a bunker. Roaches and Hellions finally exchanging a couple shots. The roaches lead the push towards Polt's base. Polt has Polt some SCVs to help repair the bunker and the Hellions. The bunker will go down fairly quickly to these roaches. Lings being held a little bit farther back.
Hellion goes down. These roaches just sort of sitting down here, taking out a supply depot.
Lings now
Marauders
surrounding the
push
orbital
down.
command. Marauders pushing down the ramp. Orbital command lifts up. Roaches now engaging into the Marauders, dying quickly. And the Lings evacuate. The orbital command drops right back down. Resumes building SCVs.
Yeah. That attack basically getting shut down fairly quickly. They did get a bunker and a couple of Hellions, but probably not what he was hoping to accomplish with the 8 roaches.
Yeah, Lucky has lost about 987 to Polt's losses of 656 resources. So he did not kill any SCVs in that.
Yeah. 2 spine crawlers finishing up as natural.
So Polt is up at 89 supply with 43 SCVs to Lucky's 89 supply with 37 drones.
Concussive shell getting researched.
Continued Marauder and Roach production, also Hellions and Zerglings. Polt now pushing in with these Marauders. They stim up, take out those crawlers fairly quickly. Oh, we'll get one of them, the other one simply gets low as the Roaches push in. Their Roach numbers are good enough to force some Marauders and Hellions back. A few more Marauders joining. But again, the superior Roach numbers continuing to push out here.
Yeah.
And Polt backs off. Lucky pulls his Roaches back towards his own base. Both players at 80 supply. Polt just about to close off his great wall of supply depots. 2 workers working on it this time. Must have unionized.
Yeah.
Melee attack level 1 on the way. Also, Lucky's now getting a macro hatchery right next to the one in his main.
Finishing up the debris at his 3rd.
Also now grabbing a 3rd. Is it queued up? Start in just a moment.
Yeah, Polt's clearing out his own debris now.
Yep, already has his command center being built next to the debris.
Well, they're getting started. Siege tech is about halfway done.
There's 9 Hellions moving out across the field now. Running into some Roaches. Exchanging some shots to the Roaches. Losing 1 Hellion. Now they're just staying just ahead of the Roaches as they advance back in Polt's direction. A few Marauders and Marines coming to join this force though. Catch one of the Roaches that had gone out ahead to scout. Now the Roaches are the ones fleeing from the Terran force. Taki building a lot more Zerglings and a few more Roaches. Hellions now pushing onto the creep. Catching a couple creep tumors. Zerglings and Roaches to meet this. Zerglings getting decent contact from the Marauders, but the Marauders stim and run away. A little bit of shooting scooting as the Terran Force tries to run away from these Zerglings. The Terran Force will be cleaned up, though. Just 3 roaches and a few Zerglings remaining. All at fairly low health. But more roaches and
Not enough to
Zerglings
push
behind
back
them.
with.
Yeah, then they turn around and just hang out by Lucky's natural.
Yep. Infestation pit's about to finish, though. Also getting a bunch more barracks with reactors now.
Also getting a reactor in his starport. +1 infantry weapons and armor, both about halfway done. +2 melee attacks now on the way. Spire now on the way.
Dropping the armory and grabbing both gas at his third base.
Also the pathogen glands, that's energy for the infestors starting. As well as the ground carapace level 2.
Overseer getting caught here down by Polt's natural.
Did not accomplish much, it simply saw the reactor starport and an armory on the way.
Yep, Hype Tech getting started. Spire's about halfway done now. He'll continue and just build Marauders, Marine, Medvac, Tank.
Now Lucky trying to get some creep spread going. It was stunted earlier with the loss of a couple of those active tumors. Also establishing a 4th now in the central kind of pocket position relative to other bases. A little bit of Zergling versus Bio in the middle here by this Wondered Watchtower. Zerglings simply run away after taking a few casualties. Now Polt pushing forward with Tank Bio, taking this other tower.
Lucky's 4th is about half done.
Now Polt is up at 177 versus Lucky at 154, and supply blocked with the loss of that Overlord. Polt leapfrogging his siege tanks as he advances towards this 4th. It's going to force the cancel. The cancel happens on the 4th. Small unit of Bio engaging into Lucky's units out here in the middle of the map. Now running away, and they both disengage.
Greater Spire on the way.
Burrow just about to finish, as with Carapace level 2. Also, infantry weapons and armor level 2, a little over halfway done. Vehicle weapons level 1, about halfway done.
The leapfrog of tanks has got to the front of Lucky's creep push.
Lucky tried to go for a flank with some of his units, didn't do much damage. Trying to attack the leapfrog of tanks from the back. Continues advancing forward.
Unfortunately, it's an omnidirectional leapfrog of tanks. Just bad news for Zerglings. The 4th command center is about halfway done at Polt's 3rd. It's probably going to fly out, land a 4th. Tanks continuing to leapfrog forward.
Now established out near the edge of the creep. Some Marines elevated down by the 3rd.
They get a Queen.
Lings and Infestors charging into the tank line, getting some decent surrounds on the tanks, also holding Marines down with Fungals. Marines and tanks will get cleaned up. So a few roaches coming from behind. Polt's entire offensive gets cleaned up. Polt is up at 150 to Lucky's 130 though.
Yeah, he has a ton of production at home.
Yep, and Polt is moving around with another army already.
As well as another command center and building a 5th.
Yep, and he did not lose his medevacs in that.
There are, however, about to be Broodlords and Corruptors on the field, so we'll see if his current composition can keep dealing with them.
Yeah, a lot more Infestors on the way too, and he is lifting a command center, take a 4th at his own kind of more central position, as Lucky is also rebuilding a hatchery at his equivalent location. 3-3 now on the way for the infantry, and +2 weapons now on the way for the vehicles. Brood Lords now being finishing up. One more being morphed. There's about to be 4 then.
Lucky's fourth gets forced to cancel. Bunch of lings and roaches moving in towards Polt's fourth. Can push away by some marauders.
It's currently 12 tanks, 9 marauders, and 50 marines versus 28 zerglings, 4 broodlords, 5 roaches, 2 corruptors, 13 infestors.
Yeah, Lucky being very careful to only have zerglings and roaches out on the field yet.
Yeah, Polt is chasing around, cleaning up. Polt is just about to max out here, versus Lucky's about 170.
Lucky's moving out with his broodlords and infestors, though.
Polt has lifted a command center and is about to take a 5th.
And started building a 6th.
In the 6 o'clock position.
He just has one SCV just building command centers all day.
Broodlord's now pushing in. Oh, no, just clearing out the marine by the Zalaga tower.
Kind of an unfortunate way to reveal them, but...
There's an elevator action going on up by Lucky's main, though. Took out a gas quickly. He's going for the hive. A bunch of the marines get caught in a fungal. A bunch of zerglings chasing and trying to clear this up, but they are not in time. The hive goes down. Broodlord's now clearing it out. Finishing off along the zerglings.
Thors and Vikings in production now.
Polt's up at 182 to Lucky's 143. Again, Lucky did just lose his hive tech.
And Polt adding 2 new starports.
Yeah, producing some Vikings now. Also just finished up +2 weapons for his vehicles. 3-3 on the way. About a third of the way done for the melee and the carapace.
Polt remaining at 197 supply to Lucky's 150.
Now the broodlords are pushing in towards Polt's central expansion that was originally his 4th. A few marines here helping kill the broodlings as they arrive while SCVs repair the fortress. Elevator action once again into Lucky's main. Bunch of marines and tanks. Zerglings are here to meet it. And they will get cleaned up though. The marines and tanks continue to own Lucky's base.
Oh, looks like he's going to take out the spawning pool again. Let's get it. Extractor goes down. Macro hatch goes down.
He's about to catch the evolution chambers if he wants them, preventing the +3/+3. And he is going for them. That'll prevent the +3/+3 from finishing.
Meanwhile, Big engaged massive amounts of infested Terrans dropped on that planetary fortress, fighting real marines.
Yeah, planetary fortress is being mass repaired and kept topped off though.
Polt's slowly losing his forces here though. Both the SCVs and marines dwindling in numbers.
Finally, some infestors coming in to help clean up that drop, but they don't quite clean it up. Infestors coming in, or corruptors now coming in to clear the medevacs anyway. There's a couple marauders and a tank still here though.
In the meantime though, Polt has remassed a bunch of tanks, a lot of Vikings and some Thor. Gonna make pretty quick work of what's left here, was sort of the unsupported infestors.
Yeah, but infestors catching a bunch of the Vikings and some fungals, and also the corruptors are here now. But there's a lot of marines, some Thors, Vikings to beat it. Planetary fortress still being kept topped off. It's no longer directly under fire, as most of the army units are now fighting. But Lucky's down under 80 supply versus Polt is still up at 170. The last couple broodlords are being cleaned off. Infestors are out of energy. Lucky is losing this army, he's now at 60 supply. And he GG's. Yeah, just he lost his, didn't help him that he lost his main once again, as, again, Polt basically just claimed ownership of it. It was never really contested, he just planted his flag and it was mine now.
Yeah. He was down to 1 mining base at the end there, and Polt was just doing a great job of just mass-producing command centers and flying them all over the place, spamming mules and...
Well, and for a long time, Lucky was sieging that planetary, but not accomplishing anything. Wow, that planetary has 134 kills, by the way.
Yeah.
That is impressive. But yeah, he was
That'll
sieging
be...
it, but accomplishing nothing because there's just constant repair, and he wasn't pushing it too hard. All while his own base just was falling apart behind him.
Yep.
And Polt
That'll
had
be
the
the
mass
series.
advantage the whole time, and eventually just forced it. Yep, Polt moves on to the finals.